With an update on Edge possibly joining AEW and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Following Smackdown, Cody Rhodes took on Dominik Mysterio and then addressed those in attendance. Here's the video.
Boston, did you guys have a good time tonight? Good. That's good. Did anybody buy a new t-shirt or anything like that? Where's this Boston 360? Ah, there it is. That son of a gun, Steve Austin, still doing it. Guys, it's been a wonderful Smackdown. I just wanted to take a moment and tell you, it means the world for me to be here, and thank you for having me. It's my honor to be here. We have had a wonderful show. Let's give a round of applause for this amazing crew. Mike Rowe holding it down. That's a deep cut that side. I see it. Guys, I'm going to stick around for a second, sign your autographs, take some pictures. You will see Jason Jordan emerge from that little alcove. That means I have to go. They're kicking me out here, but I want to make sure I get to as many people as I can. I love you all very much. Have a great night. Take care of one another. Good night, guys. Take it easy.
Speaking about the journey Dominik Mysterio has had in WWE, Finn Balor praised him, telling the Ringer Wrestling Show, "I feel like he was given kind of a warm reception when he came in because he was the son of a Hall of Famer, son of Rey Mysterio. He was kind of like accepted because he was the blood of Rey Mysterio. It was like, we appreciate you're doing this for us because we love your dad so much, we're gonna cheer for you too." Once he stepped out from under that tree and started fending for himself, he's just been a completely different animal. Not only the growth he's shown outside of the ring and on his promos and his character work, but his growth inside of the ring has been absolutely monumental for someone who has had very little training, no NXT experience pretty much. Most of his training has been done on the job on live TV. This kid is the future of the business, in my opinion. As Mr. Kennedy was fired by WWE after nearly injuring Randy Orton by accident in a match, he revealed that the two have buried the hatchet, telling the A to the K Wrestling Show, "I did talk to him, but let me say this. Nobody got me fired. I got me fired. You know, like, as the years wore on, right? Because I was very bitter and very upset for a few years, and that resentment was directed at the wrong place, and it should have been directed back at me because had I been doing all the right things, I would have never been in a position where one person's word could have any effect on my career." So the fact was that I was in a position at that time where I had done enough things and Vince had heard my name in a negative light enough that he just finally said, like, "I'm tired of hearing about it. We're just gonna cut our losses." So I would have fired me. But we have talked, and I think both of us are in very different places in our lives right now. We're not like, I don't call him, but I did run into him when I went backstage at a Monday Night Raw like 2 years ago, 3 years ago now in Minneapolis. Had like a very long, pretty cool discussion with him, so good. With her having been away from WWE, former women's champion Bianca Belair said this on Instagram regarding what she's been up to, writing, "I have binge watched all 5 seasons of Temptation Island." Reviewing the strap match between Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks, Jim Cornette would accuse his stablemate Jon Moxley of holding the American Dragon back in AEW, saying, "A strap match may be easier with a bad arm than a regular style Danielson match, but he can do all of these. He's been hidden for so long in that goofy group with that stupid bald garbage wrestler Moxley and that ridiculous whole gimmick where you saw less of Danielson than you did of everybody else, and he's the one that you wanted to see. He's had a couple of runs. At one point he was the best heel in the company, and at one point he was the best babyface. If he's got something to do, he can do it. Danielson has no, I'm gonna put my foot down and not associate or be associated with the stupid booking of this crummy group, and he excels at periods of time and then gets shoved in something that he won't say no to." For an update on her recovery after ACL surgery, Sonya Deville responded to a question on the condition of her knee as she wrote, "A lot better every day. I can walk around now, no crutches, just with the brace unlocked." She also revealed her new daily routine, writing, "So life obviously is a lot different now than the past 8.5 years have been, so it's been an adjustment figuring out how to allocate my time and energy so I don't go stir crazy but also have amazing present quality time with my family. So a day in the life is rehab, errands pertaining to our flip house, more rehab at home or upper body workout, then the evenings are running around doing all the mom things with the kids and Tony. Coloring, reading, podcasts have been a big part as well." After pulling out of the Senior World Championships, this was said regarding Gable Steveson's situation with WWE. Ringside News exclusively reported in August that Gable Steveson was an NXT talent for now. Main roster eyes are always on him though. Now, there is a big question mark above Steveson's head because his name was reportedly removed from the roster. Dave Meltzer stated in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Steveson has been officially removed from the NXT roster. I don't know what that means past that's happened, and there are no plans for him in NXT at this moment. Ringside News reached out to inquire about Gable Steveson's current situation in WWE. We were told by a tenured member of the team that Gable Steveson's situation in WWE is unclear. It is not known what the current situation with him is after they were keeping their eyes on him a month ago. Giving an update on Logan Paul's WWE status, Steve Carey of Ringside News noted, "Logan Paul is pretty busy with his Dylan Danis situation and his fight in Manchester on October 14th. He will be back in WWE. We've confirmed that WWE has Logan Paul booked to return after his Danis fight is over." As Ace Steel was recently fired once again from AEW, he responded to a quote which reads, "Mishandling people, then avoiding communication is not protecting your peace, it's avoiding accountability." Steel then wrote, "Ain't that the truth?" Mentioning the role of CM Punk in the AEW backstage drama, Conan said this on his Keeping It 100 podcast. "He was around a lot of immature people, but he himself did not handle it maturely. He should have been the adult in the room and he acted more of a kid than they did. He should have set the example, not try to be a tough guy and challenge everybody to a fight. You were trying to unite a locker room with a lot of young kids that need leadership. They need somebody to look up to, bro, and you weren't that person." Going over what took place in the exchange between CM Punk and the Young Bucks at the All In event, Ringside News said despite the backstage tension, it has been reported that prior to AEW All In, Punk and the Young Bucks crossed paths at the venue. Contrary to expectations of a heated encounter, there were no issues during this interaction. According to a source connected to Bodyslam.net that was present during the exchange before All In, Punk kept the conversation brief, simply telling Matt and Nick Jackson, "Let's make history." Punk then respectfully left, and the interaction went smoothly as initially reported. It's unfortunate that later that day Punk would cross the final line that Tony Khan was willing to tolerate. Recent reports suggest that the Young Bucks were waiting for 6 months without any drama from Punk before considering reconciliation. Mega Perek played a significant role in the CM Punk drama and led the investigation into Punk before his firing with cause. It appears that WWE still thinks that Edge is going to make his debut for AEW, as it was said that Edge showed up in the opening video package for Smackdown. That surprised a lot of fans, especially since it was thought that he is AEW bound. Ringside News was told by a tenured member of the WWE creative team that it is still the internal speculation or prediction that Edge is going to AEW. This speculation has not changed since Edge allowed his WWE contract to run up after his Smackdown match in Toronto against Sheamus. Ringside News previously exclusively reported that there is an internal belief within WWE that Edge is going to AEW. A short time later, Sean Ross Sapp reported that there is also belief within AEW that Tony Khan will ink Adam Copeland to a deal. Christian refused to comment about Edge's possible AEW future during the All Out press conference. Captain Charisma made it clear that he will only talk about himself or Luchasaurus. Edge released a statement via video message to clear up his side of the story. The WWE Hall of Famer said that there is a contract renewal in his inbox right now, but he doesn't know what to do. Keep in mind that when WWE re-signed Edge in 2019, he had his own version of events. In a January 2020 interview, the Rated R superstar addressed rumors that he was spotted in the city of WWE's doctor by outright denying it. All of these rumors that I've been to Pittsburgh and I've been cleared to wrestle and I've signed a new contract, I have no idea where any of it came from. The last time I was in Pittsburgh, I had my wrist fused in 2013. I don't know. Edge also tried to throw fans off by posting his location before that historic 2020 Royal Rumble return. Needless to say, he has a lot of old school tricks up his sleeves. In some unfortunate news, Brett Wayne Sawyer has passed away at the age of 68, with Bobby Fulton breaking the news online writing, "I'm truly saddened to hear the passing of Brett Wayne Sawyer. He was the brother of Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Although both are gone, the stories will forever live on. My thoughts and prayers go out for his family, friends, and fans during this difficult time." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.